Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the Washington Quarter Dollar, United States of America. This coin was supposed to be just 25 cents, until an error made it life-changing. Top 1. Have you ever had a quarter in your pocket, worth more than a used car? I'm talking thousands of dollars just sitting in change that most people would spend on a vending machine. Sounds crazy, right? But I'm here to tell you something absolutely shocking. Today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising modern coins, the 2020 Washington Quarter Dollar from the proof set, and how a tiny minting detail could be the difference between just 25 cents and a jaw-dropping payday that might change your week, or your entire year. So let's talk about this coin. You've probably seen it before. The familiar face of George Washington, right? Looks just like every other quarter. But not this one. The coin we're spotlighting today isn't your everyday pocket change. It's a specially minted coin, a collector's dream, with a mirror-like finish and laser-sharp details. We're talking about the 2020 S-Proof Washington Quarter, minted in San Francisco, part of a limited edition proof set. And let me tell you, some of these coins are pure gold to collectors. Now you might be wondering, what makes this little coin so special? Here's where it gets really juicy. Some of these proof quarters have ultra-rare errors, varieties, and conditions so pristine, they've sold for amounts that sound too good to be true. But this isn't some fantasy. This is real. These coins are being snapped up by serious collectors and auction houses. We're talking deep cameo contrasts, perfect PR70 grades, immaculate mirror-like finishes, and in some cases, die varieties that are so rare, even seasoned collectors are stunned. Imagine pulling out a 2020 quarter from your proof set, or maybe even one you picked up online for a few bucks, and realizing it's one of only a handful known in this condition. And then you check the latest auction results, and boom. That same coin? It sold for thousands. Let's pause here, because this is where it gets insane. These aren't just collector's coins. These are serious moneymakers. Coins that people are bidding over. Coins that are turning heads at major auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers. These 2020 Washington quarters from the proof set, especially those with the San Francisco mint mark and those certified in perfect PR70, have hit record-smashing prices. And now the part you've been waiting for. Are you sitting down? Because some of these quarters have sold for as low as $2,700 and as high as a mind-blowing $39,000. Yes. You heard that right. A single 2020 Washington Quarter Dollar from the proof set, especially in ultra-rare condition or with rare varieties, has sold for $2,700 up to $39,000. All from a coin that looks just like the change sitting on your dresser. Now, the big question. Do you have one? Go check your proof sets. Dig into those coin folders. If you've ever picked up a 2020 proof set or bought coins online from estate sales, eBay, or coin shows, it's time to take a second look. Look for that beautiful San Francisco S mint mark. Check the condition. Is it uncirculated? Mirror shiny? Certified by PCGS or NGC as PR69 or PR70? Or, if you're really lucky, does it have an error? Because the difference between an ordinary coin and one that sells for tens of thousands could be a tiny detail you've never noticed. Before you go spend another quarter at the gas station, think twice. That one coin could buy you a vacation, a used car, or even a down payment on a house. This isn't just spare change anymore. It's treasure. So smash that like button if you love money-making coin finds. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin. And hit subscribe so you never miss the next coin that could make you rich overnight. And remember, always check your change. Because that next quarter in your hand might be worth between $2,700 and $39,000. Top 2. When was the last time you looked at a quarter and thought, this could be worth more than my entire savings account? Sounds wild, doesn't it? But hang tight, because what I'm about to show you isn't just a fantasy. It's a real, hard-hitting opportunity that's been hiding right under people's noses for decades. Today we're diving into one of the most overlooked, under-the-radar coins in American coin history, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar from the official US Mint proof set. Now, most people hear 1985 quarter and immediately shrug. Oh, just another old coin. But what they don't realize is that there are versions of this coin, specific, proof-only coins, that collectors are now scrambling to find. These are coins that were never meant for circulation, coins that were struck with ultra-precision, deep mirror finishes, and unmatched detail. And here's where it gets very interesting. Some of these 1985 quarters, especially those that came directly from the San Francisco Mint proof sets, are being discovered with extremely rare features. We're talking flawless condition, pristine mirror-like surfaces, deep cameo contrast, and even mysterious minting errors that were never supposed to happen. And these aren't just cool collectibles. They're worth big-time money. Now imagine this. You're sitting at home, going through an old proof set your parents gave you. Maybe it's been sitting in a drawer for years. You flip it open. There it is, the 1985 S quarter. You barely even glance at it. But that one coin, that single piece of copper-nickel alloy, could be worth more than a brand new car. Sounds like a stretch? Let me hit you with the truth. There are versions of this quarter, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as PR70 Deep Cameo, that are turning up at auction houses and selling for jaw-dropping prices. We're talking serious cash. And yes, people have already cashed in, because the demand for pristine proof coins, especially flawless early 80s coins, is skyrocketing. Collectors are paying top dollar for examples in perfect condition, and when you add in the fact that the US Mint wasn't exactly cranking these out in high quality back then, well, now you've got something very rare on your hands. And you know what drives collectors crazy? Errors. Some of these coins have double dies. Some have misstruck rims. Some have frosting inconsistency, off-center strikes, or even misplaced mint marks. All of which can cause the value of the coin to explode. So, here's your golden opportunity. If you have a 1985 US Mint proof set, specifically one from San Francisco, marked with an S mint mark, you need to check that quarter. Inspect the surfaces. Look for that deep, glassy mirror shine, frosted foreground, sharp edges. And if you think you have something special, you might just be holding onto a coin that's worth way more than anyone around you realizes. Now here's the part that will stop you in your tracks. Some of these 1985 Washington quarters from proof sets, graded in perfect condition or containing rare minting flaws, have sold for as little as $2,700, and in some extraordinary cases, as much as $79,000. Yes. You heard that right. That little quarter sitting quietly inside your 1985 proof set could be worth between $2,700 and $79,000. All because of one thing: condition and rarity. This isn't a collector's fantasy or an urban legend. These are real prices. Real coins. Real people cashing in. So do yourself a favor. Go dig out that dusty box. Check your old coin collections. Look at your inherited sets. You might be sitting on one of the most valuable modern quarters ever minted, one that could turn your curiosity into cold, hard cash. If this blew your mind, smash that like button. Drop a comment if you've got a 1985 proof set or if you've ever scored a coin that turned out to be worth more than you imagined. And of course, subscribe now, because I'll be uncovering more hidden treasures that people are cashing in on every day. Don't blink. Don't ignore your change. And definitely don't overlook your proof sets, because that little coin from 1985 could be your ticket to $2,700, or maybe even $79,000. Top 3. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary-looking coins in your collection, a coin most people ignore without thinking twice, could actually be worth more than your rent, your car, maybe even more than your entire paycheck? Because what I'm about to show you isn't a myth. It's not a scam. It's not hyped out. It's a real opportunity sitting in drawers, coin albums, and forgotten US Mint proof sets all across America. We're talking about the 1977 Washington quarter dollar. But not just any 1977 quarter. We're talking about the proof version, the mirror-finished, precision-struck coin that came only in official US Mint proof sets from that year. Now listen closely, Because this is where it gets juicy. Most people think, oh, it's from the 70s. It's old, but not valuable. Wrong. Some of the most valuable coins today are hiding in plain sight because people don't know what to look for. Let me break this down. In 1977, the San Francisco Mint produced a special batch of quarters for proof sets only. These coins were never meant for circulation. They were struck multiple times using polished dies and hand-selected blanks, giving them that deep, mirror-like shine with frosted details. These coins were made to be perfect. But here's the thing. Not all of them turned out perfect. And ironically, that's what makes some of them incredibly valuable. Some of these 1977 proof quarters have ultra-rare minting errors, like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even frosted devices with extreme contrast that elevate them to deep cameo status. And if your coin is graded PR70, meaning it's literally in flawless condition, then congratulations, because you might be holding on to a gold mine. Think that's an exaggeration? Let's talk about what's happening at coin auctions right now. Collectors are paying insane premiums for these coins in perfect condition, especially those with verified errors. Prices are rising. Demand is growing. And more collectors are chasing the few surviving examples of the 1977 proof quarter in top grade. So while most people are out there spending quarters on gas station snacks, you could be holding one that belongs in a high-end coin vault. Let's paint a picture. You're digging through a box in the attic. You find an old US proof set from the late 70s. You crack it open, and there it is, gleaming under the light, the 1977 Washington quarter. It's beautiful. It's untouched. And when you send it off to get graded, boom, you get a PR70 deep cameo. And then you check auction results, and your jaw hits the floor, because coins just like that have sold for as little as $2,700, and in rare, high-demand cases, especially when errors or absolute perfection are involved. Some of them have sold for a staggering $83,000. Let that sink in. A 25-cent coin, worth between $2,700 and $83,000 ***, not because it's ancient, not because it's gold or silver, but because it's rare, flawless, and in demand. Now here's what you need to do. Go check your proof sets. If you've inherited coins from a parent or grandparent, don't ignore the ones from the 70s. Look for the 1977 quarter. Inspect it closely. If it has that perfect mirror finish, sharp details, and deep frosted contrast, it could be worth sending in for grading. And if it turns out to be one of those extremely rare high-grade or error coins, let's just say you'll be celebrating with more than just a cup of coffee. So if you found this info helpful, smash that like button and drop a comment if you have a 1977 proof set hiding somewhere. I want to hear your stories. And make sure to subscribe, because we've got more valuable coins to reveal, some you probably touch every day without knowing their hidden worth. And remember, always check your coins. Because that shiny little quarter from 1977 might just be worth between $2,700 and $83,000. Top 4. Imagine this. You're digging through your old coin jar, maybe looking for change for the vending machine or just clearing out that drawer. You pull out a nickel. It's from 1990. Just another old coin, right? Nope. That little 5-cent piece could be your golden ticket. Today, we're unlocking the secrets behind a jaw-dropping American 5-cent coin from the year 1990, the one from a proof set that's quietly making headlines in the collector world. And yes, it's selling for real money. Not pennies, not even hundreds. We're talking thousands of dollars. Some even reaching a staggering $79,000. Let's talk about why this coin, the humble 1990 Jefferson nickel, is causing such a frenzy. Because this isn't just any coin from 1990. We're talking about one that was minted with extreme care, the type you find in a proof set. These coins were never meant for circulation. They were struck using highly polished dies, producing an almost mirror-like surface with sharp, detailed features. Minted specifically for collectors, proof coins often stay in pristine condition, and that's where the treasure hunt begins. Now here's where things get interesting. In a small number of these proof sets from 1990, something went wrong, or rather, something went very right for collectors. A few of these 5-cent coins were minted without the S mint mark. That little letter, usually sitting snug under Jefferson's bust, was simply missing. This type of error is incredibly rare. It wasn't caught by the mint right away, and only a limited number made it into the hands of collectors. Today, finding one is like striking oil in your own backyard. So why is the missing mint mark such a big deal? Because mint marks tell the story of a coin, where it was made, how it was produced. And when something as vital as the mint mark is missing on a coin that should have had it, collectors lose their minds. It turns that coin from just another nickel into a rare gem, and prices skyrocket. Now let's get down to what you really want to hear. These 1995-cent proof coins without the mint mark are fetching unbelievable prices at auctions and private sales. Some lucky owners have seen offers that start at $2,700. But that's just the beginning. Coins in top-tier condition, graded at the highest levels, have broken records. One of these rare nickels reached an eye-watering $79,000 at auction. That's more than the cost of a brand new luxury SUV. That's college tuition. That's a down payment on a dream home, all from a single 5-cent coin. And here's the best part: you don't have to be a professional collector or numismatist to find one. These proof sets were sold to the public. Anyone who bought a U.S. Mint proof set back in 1990 could be sitting on one of these rare coins without realizing it. Maybe your parents bought one. Maybe it's tucked away in a family collection. Maybe it's hiding in a safe deposit box. All you need to do is look. Check for that 1990 nickel. Look closely. Does it have the S mint mark? If it's missing, your next call should be to a coin grading service. Because that tiny detail could turn into a life-changing payday. Let's talk strategy. If you're hunting for this gem, here's what to do. 1. Dig through any U.S. Mint proof sets from 1990 that you or your family owns. 2. Examine the nickel under bright light or a magnifying glass. 3. Confirm whether the S mint mark is there. If it's not, do not clean the coin. That could reduce its value. 4. Get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and value the coin properly. 5. Watch the offers roll in. Collectors are waiting. Dealers are watching. And that little 5-cent coin could be the biggest financial surprise of your year. So here's the bottom line. Don't throw away old coins. Don't ignore proof sets. And whatever you do, don't overlook the 1995-cent piece. Because somewhere out there, in a drawer, a box, or a coin sleeve, is a nickel that could be worth $2,700, or even up to $79,000. This is the kind of rare discovery that turns ordinary people into legends in the collector world. The kind of coin that makes headlines. The kind of story you'll tell for the rest of your life. Check your coins. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight.